Hello everyone, I am Sonali. In this part, we will learn arrays. What is actually arrays? Arrays is collection of similar types of elements. We know that arrays means collection of similar types of elements. But here in PHP, we will learn arrays with more functions. Okay. So in PHP, array is a collection of data values organized as an ordered collection of a key value pair. Here we are using the two types of array, index array and associative array. What is meant by index array? The normal array, okay, that we have used in a C programming, means the index starting from the location 0 to n. Okay, now here we will use the one more concept, associative array. Here we are using the key and value concept. PHP allows an array to contain elements of different types. See, here is the difference. This PHP allows the elements of different data types within a single array. You can use the integer and character in a single array, but it's not allowed in a C programming language or in other language. Element means what? Items it contains means the elements. Means one single array, suppose there are 4 items. 4 elements are there. Okay. So this is known as element. Value. Each element contains one value. For each and every element there is a value. Okay. Key or index. What is mean by key or what is the index? The location number of array. Okay, we are using the location in case of an index. It's starting from the 0 to n minus 1. Unique number or a string. See, here is the one more string. Okay, this index means the unique number. Okay, but when you are using the key, then different key for each value or a string that associated with each value of an element means the key or index. And next is length. The number of elements it contains means the length of your array. How to create an array? Here we are using the function array. We are using the construct array to create an array. $array name. See, here is your array name equals to array. Here you can provide the key and values. You can provide the number of keys and number of values. This key and value pair. Okay, and then close this bracket into the semicolon. The key can either be of integer or a string. Sorry, here do the only the rounded bracket. Don't do this curly bracket. Okay. The key can either be an integer or a string. See, in example, $days array. Here rounded bracket is a must. Then 0 Monday. Then 1 Tuesday. Close the bracket here and then close your PHP tag. The key can be this key. See, this key can be either integer or a string. You can use the integer number or a string here. Okay. Index versus associative array. What is actually difference between index array and associative array? In index array, the key always starts with the 0. Okay, start beginning with the 0. And in associative array, strings as a key. So you can start with any letter. Then the use. Where we are using this index array? When identification of array elements are by their position, at that time we are using the index array. Okay, and associative arrays have a string as a key and behave more like two-column tables. Okay, it's like this. So here we are considering the key and value. So key in the one column and we are considering the values in another column. The first column is the key which is used to access the value. Here is one example, $subject is equals to array 0 maths 1 computer. Okay, and in case of associative array, we will declare as array. This is your key. A is your key. You can use any character here. And then first subject, then second character, and the second subject. Okay, this is the key and this is the value. This is the key value pair. In case of index array, at the 0th location, this element. At the first location, this element. We can create without keys also. No need to use the keys here in case of index array. But in case of associative array, to use the key is a compulsory. You can create key. Subject equals to array of maths and computer. You can use like this also. But here it is compulsory to use the key of each and every element. How to identify the elements of an array? Suppose I want to access this element only. See, from this array I want just this element, computer. Or from this associative array I want the element this maths. How to access this element? We know that how to access the elements of index array. Just write your array name dollar array of and do the index. Because here we are using the index from the 0. So we can directly access the elements of the location 2. Then in a case of associative array, how to access this? Similarly, here give the your dollar array and here give the key of this element. Okay, you can access the values from an array using the array variable name. This is your array variable name. Okay, followed by the elements key. This is your elements key. Okay, you can provide the key or you can provide the index in case of an index array within this bracket. See, here is a string, this is a key, and here is the integer. Okay, this is 2. The key can be either a string or an integer. You can use this string or you can use the integer. String values that are equivalent to integer number are treated as a treated as an integer. Okay, these values are treated as an integer. Means but don't do the here 0. See in this example dollar array of 3, here dollar array of 3 reference the same element. See these 3 and 3 are the referring to the same element. But when you are providing this leading 0, see in this point string values that are equivalent to integer numbers without leading 0. But when you are using the leading 0, it references a different element. Okay, in this way you can identify the element, you can access the elements of array. You can also provide the negative numbers as a valid key in some cases. Okay, and you don't have to quote the single word string. Okay, don't quote this time. Okay, you can directly write to the age of here do the name. Okay, in this way, no need to do this single quote. If you interpolate the array variable, quote must not be used. When you are using the interpolation, what is meant by interpolation? Means we are using this as a value. See in this here dollar $person and name. Hello dollar $person name. Means here we are calling the array. We are using this as a value. Dollar $person is what? Dollar $person is your array. Inside this dollar $person and name. Person which value here you want? You want this person's name only. So you can interpolate this like this. Hello, here you want suppose the John. Hello John. You want the output as hello John. And at that time access the dollar $person, this variable person. This is array and this is name. Okay, so you can access in this way. But don't use this single quote. These single quotes or the double quotes when you are accessing when you are interpolating the array variables. How to modify the values of array? There are the different methods to modify the values of array. You can change the value of array element. Means suppose here is your array dollar array name. Here is your existing key. Okay, means suppose dollar a of 2 equals to some value. Okay, you can use this. This is your existing key, and here you can provide the new value for this. Means array of 2 equals to now 20. Initially it was 10 or anything. Here you can put the value 20. Dollar subject equals to array. This is your array 0, math 1, computer. Array of 1 is equals to science. Suppose you want to change this math to the science. Then access this array of 1. This array of 1 equals to science. Here give the give the subject name and then access and you can do the see here dollar subject of 1 means dollar subject of 1 0 or 1. See when you are using the index 0 then this will change the maths to science. When you are using the index 1 means this element because here we are considering this 0 and 1. So this 1 is science now. Okay, unset to remove the unset function to remove key value pairs. So if you want to unset then you can use this. Unset dollar array deletes the whole array. Okay, and unset dollar array of 1 removes the element, this only particular element. Suppose you want to remove the only particular element, at that time use this function unset and do the position of the element. Now, after this, we will see storing the data in arrays. How to store the data inside the array? Okay, it will create the array. Okay, first, how to you can assign the value. Okay, how to store means assign, like a normal array, dollar a of 0 equals to 10, dollar a of 1 equals to 100. You can assign the dollar a of 2 equals to 50 or 60 or any value. And here we are using the index value. And for the associative array, here provide your array name and here do the key. This is your key and here assign the value for this key. Here red equals to 1, blue equals to 2 in this way. In this way, you can assign the value to the particular location, particular key to elements, okay, key of elements. Or you can use this concept also. This array builds from its arguments. Array and 10, 20, 30. In this way, you can provide the elements. This array construct the array dollar $a. Dollar $a is your now array using the construct array. And here is number of values. Or you can create the empty array, or you can create the associative array like this. How to add the value at the end of array? You can add the value in existing array also. Suppose this is your array, dollar $a of array 10, 20, 30, only this much of array. And if you want to add the one element at the end of array, you can add. How to add? Dollar $a equals to 40. Directly give the dollar $a equals to 40. This is your empty location. So this will take the last position inside the array. Okay. And in case of associative array also, you can add. Suppose dollar $a of array equals to a 10, b 20. You can directly write dollar $a equals to 30. Okay, so at the end of array, your value will be 30. Assigning a range of values. Suppose you want to assign the range. See, in this, here we are assigning the only one value to the element. Suppose you want to assign the range of values, then use the range function. It creates an array of consecutive integers or characters between the two values. We pass to each other parameter. Means 2 to 5. It will create the array of 2, 3, 4, 5, all the elements. Suppose you are specifying the a, comma z, comma 2. So it will create the array from a to z, but after a it will print the directly c. Okay, two-step value means difference between two values is 2. Okay, or you can specify range of a to d or a to z. So here is the alphabet from the a to d. Okay, mixed dollar start, then mixed dollar end, and the optional is optional is step equals to 1. Okay, here you can provide the step value, and here is your start, here is your end. These two are the compulsory to provide the start and end for the array when you are using the range of values. How to get the size of an array? Here we are using the count function to count number of elements inside the array. By using this count function, you will get, see, suppose dollar $b equals to array 10, 20. These are the two elements inside the array. We know that, but let's check. Dollar size equals to array dollar $b. Suppose this is dollar $b is here, and then size of. Okay, you can use the size of function also to count the number of elements inside the array, or you can use the count function. Next is padding an array. How to pad an array? What is mean by padding? Padding means the filling at the end or start of the array. You can fill the different character inside the existing array. Okay, so use array pad function to pad array to the specified length with a value. Here the syntax is array pad array to the array, here array variable name, int size, here is the size, and then mixed value. Okay, so if the value is a positive, see, if here value, this mix value, mix means what? Mix means any type of value. If this value is a positive, the array padded on the right side, else on the left side. So depending on value, pad the array, fill the extra character inside the array at the left or at the right. When you are using the pad with an associative array, existing order will be preserved and new elements will have a numeric case starting with a 0, because here is a no any case of positive or negative value. So it will add the elements at the end of the array. Okay. See, print here is your array. This is your given array. Then print r array pad. You are pad the elements. Which element? Pad the elements key. Color array, comma 5. This is your size 5. Okay, and in your original array, only 2 elements are there, and here is value 5. So till the 5, insert the element, pair the element blue in this array. So here 1, 2, these 2 elements. Now 3 times put this element blue inside your associative array. Okay. In this way, you can use the array. This is all about the introduction of array. Here, array and the different terms used in array. How to create an array. Index versus associative arrays. Identifying elements of an array. Then modifying the values of an existing array. Storing the data in array. Adding the values to the end of array. Assigning the range of values. Getting the size of an array. And padding an array. Thank you.